Key characters are Clara, Clara's mother, flower girl Eliza, has a strong Cockney accent note-taker Mr. Higgins. Gentleman Colonel Pickering. Act 1 opens on a rainy evening under the portico of St. Paul's Church, where people are taking shelter. There we can see a mother-daughter duo waiting for Freddie to get a cab for them. Soon Freddie arrives, all drenched and wet from the rain. He said there are no cabs available, as no one expected the rain. Clara mocks him for not able to get them a single cab. Freddie, listening to all this, agrees again to go find a cab for them. While running he dashed a flower girl who call his name out loud. Freddie rushes from there and goes to find some cab. Clara's mother goes near the flower girl and asks her how did she know her son's name, to which Eliza replied, "Oh, is he your son, who ruined my flowers?" The mother gave her a few coins and asked her again. Eliza replied that she doesn't know his name, and she calls every other guy as Charlie or Freddie. The same time a gentleman-looking man enters the shelter. Eliza tries to sell him flowers. The gentleman gives her few coins instead and walks away. A bystander comes and informs Eliza that there is a guy who is taking all notes of whatever she is speaking. Misunderstood that he is a copper's narc, she panics and tries to justify herself. The note-taker tells her that he isn't any policeman. The man reveals himself as Professor Henry Higgins, a highly skilled phonetician, a scientist who studies speech sounds. Higgins openly criticizes Eliza's speech, calling it the language of the gutter. He claims that her accent will forever keep her poor and unrespectable, regardless of her character. According to Higgins, society judges people almost entirely by how they speak. His remarks are harsh, humiliating, and delivered without sympathy, showing his intellectual arrogance and emotional insensitivity. At this point, Colonel Pickering enters the scene. He is a well-mannered gentleman and a fellow linguist who studies Indian dialects. Pickering has traveled to London specifically to meet Higgins after reading about his work. When Pickering introduces himself, Higgins and Pickering immediately click, and decide to meet at his place the next day. Before leaving, Higgins carelessly throws some money into Eliza's basket. To him, the coins are insignificant. To Eliza, they represent a fortune. She carefully counts the money, showing her practical nature. With this unexpected wealth, she decides to take a taxi ride, something she has never done before. The act ends with Eliza riding away in the taxi, bought by Freddie for his mother and sister who had already left without him. Eliza leaves unaware that her life is about to change drastically. This is the end of Act 1 of Pygmalion.